Hello and welcome back to Stewardship Sales Academy. I'm Logan, the host, and today we're going to be talking about the power of storytelling in sales. So let me ask you this. When was the last time that you heard a story that absolutely moved you? Be it in a movie, in a book, or maybe a story that your friend told you that was just awe-inspiring. It enraptured you, it drew you in, and it really made you feel in that moment. Stories have the power to connect, inspire, and persuade. And guess what? The power isn't just for novels or movies, it's for sales too. So we're going to unpack this. Let's dive in right now. Today, we're diving into one of the most effective tools in sales, storytelling. Why? Because stories create an emotional connection. And as Zig Ziglar famously stated, people don't buy for logical reasons, they buy for emotional reasons. So let me give you an example. Imagine you're trying to sell a fitness program. You could tell someone it includes 30-minute workouts, a meal plan, and daily accountability. Or you could say this: Meet Sarah. She was struggling with finding time for herself between work and family. She gave this program a try, and within 3 months, she not only lost 20 pounds, she gained her confidence back, and now she's energized and feels like she's showing up as her best self for her job, for her family, and for herself. Which version is more compelling? It's the story, right? We connect with a story. We connect with people and their situation. And it's through this that storytelling becomes super effective in becoming a tool for sales. So find your story, connect it with your sales, and have a reason, a why that your product, your service is important for people in their same situation. And by doing what we talked about earlier in our active listening episode, when you connect those pieces, what they're struggling with, really, with the actual story of how your product or service can help them, it's all going to tie together. It's going to click, and they're going to need your product or service rather than just thinking that your product or service is great, but I don't know how I can use it. So find those stories and connect them. So here's the science behind it. Stories engage more areas of the brain than facts alone. They create empathy and trust, making it easier for your clients to see themselves in the story. And when they see themselves in the success of others, they are more likely to believe your product or service can be used to work for them. So when you're connecting those stories with their issues, make sure that you are actually addressing those issues that they're talking about. If they're struggling with the time to work out, you don't want to talk about how your diet plan is great because you can do meal prepping that takes hours on a weekend but saves you time during the week. Focus on it only takes 20 minutes for the workout. Focus on how it has really helped individuals that don't have a lot of time, single moms or the busy business person who is constantly on the go. Make it so that it's easily correlatable and relatable to them in that moment. So, how do we create these effective sales stories? Well, there are a couple steps that you need to follow. First of all, you need to identify a hero. It could be a current client, it could be even a story from yourself. Make it relatable to them. You don't have to lie about it. You can use real stories of your clients. You can change their names, even the places that you assisted, to just make sure that you maintain that confidentiality. But at the same time, you connect real stories with those people. And maybe it's your own story. Why are you working for this company? Why are you selling their product or service? Is it because you've had success in that too? If so, It creates a better bond between you and that individual that you are selling to. Next thing is highlight the struggle. What was the problem they were facing and make the pain point clear. I can't stress that enough. When you create that pain point that individual is experiencing and give them actual solutions, you are going to find more sales just simply because you are making it relatable. They are putting themselves in those shoes and they are finding that your solution is working for others. Why couldn't it work for them? Finally, make sure you show the transformation. How did your product or service really solve the problem? Was it really your product or service, or was it a mindset change that they had? Maybe your product or service doesn't just deliver that product or service, it helps build their confidence so that they can continue growing. Maybe it helps them develop good habits so that they're continuing to build on this and develop better habits that grow with them and continue to help them achieve their goals. Whatever that is, make it connect. So let's say that you're selling marketing software. So your story could go something like this. John's small business was struggling to attract new customers. He felt overwhelmed and frustrated by online marketing. And after using our platform, he simplified his strategy, doubled his client base within 6 months. And today, John feels confident managing his business growth. Really, it's simple, it's relatable, it's results oriented. Keep pushing, keep thinking, keep crafting, and not to lie, but to actually engage what it is that your product or service does to what it does for your client. Everyone wants to know what's in it for them. Find that point and hit it home. All right, now it is your turn. Think about a client success story or even your own story, the highlights that benefit your product or service. Write it down in this format. Who's the hero? Identify that hero, who it's all about, and who really benefits from this. Next is the struggle. What problem did they face? What was it that led to that moment where they needed some help? The solution. How did your product or service help? When you start doing this, it starts connecting the dots. And finally, the outcome, because it's not just coming up with a problem with a solution, it's about actually finding the outcome. They are looking for specific outcomes in their life, in their business, in their goals. And when you are connecting their pain point with a solution that drives them towards their actual outlook, their outcome that they are looking for, you're going to have success. So go find your story, write it down, practice it, remember it through and through. And if it's a story about you, it's going to be super easy. If it's about a client that's super memorable, that's what you want. You want it to be something that you can recall without any kind of issues, that connects easily with your potential clients. And we'll go from there. Remember today's lesson. It's all about storytelling and connecting your client with those stories that truly matter, the stories that connect their pain point along with their needs with a solution, and it drives them towards the outcome that they are looking for. You start doing this in your sales, and I think that you're going to see so much growth. It's going to be crazy. I really want to encourage you to do this, continue to build on your stories, and keep getting clients. Have your clients do reviews, have them talk about the outcomes that they got from using your product or service. Don't just make it about you, make it about them. And when you start getting more and more of these clients that are talking about their success, it's going to continue to help building your business too through referrals. So this is important. Storytelling is one of the best tools that you can unpack right now in your sales career. Thank you so much for joining me today with Stewardship Sales Academy. If you found value in this, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share it with your team so that you can experience the growth too. And we will see you next time.